Dear boomers, it is better to know some of the questions than all of the answers. That's a quote by James Thurber. And before we go on, there is a link in the description below to the new Dear Boomer community, which will be exploring the journey of curiosity, reinvention, and discovery. I'm very excited to see you come with me and all of us to discuss what is on our mind. So, James Thurber invites us into a world not of certainty, but of exploration. So, let's explore what it means to live a rich life, not by having all the answers, but by daring to ask better, deeper, more meaningful questions. In a culture obsessed with having answers, quick fixes, Google searches, and one size fits all advice, this quote is a radical shift away from that concept. For boomers, it's a liberation. We've lived long enough to know life is not black and white. There's more wisdom in wonder than in certainty. And perhaps the best chapters are yet to be written, and we can write them. To know the right question is to open the door to transformation. Questions like what truly brings me joy now? What does legacy mean to me? And how do I stay curious, engaged, and inspired as I age? There's a hidden danger in having all the answers or in thinking that you have all the answers. That's another one. They can shut down conversation, they can lead to feeding the ego, and they can trap us into identities that no longer fit. Too many answers can dull our sense of awe. They make us believe we've seen it all, done it all, when it's impossible to have done so. But questions, they crack the door open. They let the light in. They remind us we're still students in the classroom of life. Here's a secret: staying young is not about age, it's about curiosity. And in fact, there's just a newly released book about Albert Einstein and his spiritual approach to life based on curiosity and infinity. I want to read that book. Boomers, here are a few powerful questions to live by. What have I not yet dared to try? How can I serve others in the next season of life? What outdated beliefs am I ready to release? What conversations have I been avoiding that could bring about great healing? And what does a fulfilled day look like now? Not 20 years ago, but now. These questions don't need immediate answers. They are invitations to reflect, to grow, and to connect. Questions also connect us to others. Think about it. The most meaningful conversations in life don't start with advice. They don't, and they start with questions. Tell me your story. What are you passionate about? And how can I help? And how can you help me? Because we help when one person helps another, that is a reciprocal kind of act. Act. So, boomers, we have the gift of time, tested experiences. But our greatest gift may just be this: our willingness to ask and to learn with beginner's mind so that we don't think we have to have all the answers. James Thurber was not just telling us to abandon answers, he was pointing us back to a mindset of humility and awe, like children waking up each day with that sense of awe and a new day and excitement about what is to happen. And that is the kind of ideas and atmospheres that we must create in our own days. In a world full of noise, the answer asker is a quiet force of transformation. So, what questions are you living with right now? What question will guide you in your next chapter? And how will you use your voice your wisdom and your curiosity to light the path for someone else. And don't forget, what you share is a gift to all of us. And we can discuss this topic within the membership or I should say the community, or you can discuss down in the comments below what you are thinking about in terms of your curiosity and your ability to be the person you are meant to be. There will be a video that shows up here. Take a look, like and subscribe to this channel, and the link to the Dear Boomer community is in the description. Love to all.